Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, I want to thank all of our new subscribers. I've definitely seen an uptick in subscriber count. So thank you all for checking out the channel. We certainly appreciate your support. And for those who have been watching the videos, I appreciate all those thumbs up. So again, thank you again for your support as we continue to grow the channel. So over the last couple of days, there's been a lot of controversy as it relates to some Disney films that are now being released, and some Disney films that are currently in production. So, what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So, for those who don't know, if you lived under a rock, let's say, Snow White is being remade into a live action movie, as well as The Lion King did, Little Mermaid, and so on, Aladdin, et cetera, et cetera. But what's been happening recently is that there's been a lot of identity swapping, race swapping, gender swapping going on among Disney films, and it's been pissing off a lot of people. So recently, there has been some photos leaked that show just that with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So we're gonna check this out here. So Fox News has an article here. The new live action Snow White dumps seven dwarfs for seven multiracial, mixed gendered magical creatures. And we'll see the photos of those creatures later in the article and in another article that we'll pull up. Set photos from Disney upcoming live action remake Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs revealed the entertainment company has prioritized diversity in casting its characters, which again, that's been the theme of Hollywood over the last several years. Diversity, basically anti-whiteism. Multiple photos released from the production depict the stunt double as Snow White, who will be played by Hispanic actress Rachel Zegler, and images of the characters who used to be called the Seven Dwarfs, now referred to as the magical creatures. So it's not even called Snow White. The movie's probably going to be called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or some variation of that, or they're going to rename it to Snow White and the magical creatures, which is not Snow White. These photos obtained by British outlet The Daily Mail, which we have an article from the Daily Mail, which we'll pull up, indicated that the new magical creatures are quite different from the animated dwarfs of the original Disney movie. They are multiracial, multigender, and different in height. Disney had announced that they were re-envisioning the dwarfs as magical creatures to avoid reinforcing stereotypes after criticism of the original depictions by Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage, who has dwarfism. So you have actors who suffer from dwarfism, who are working actors, have trouble getting jobs because of their dwarfism, but you're going to eliminate them because of their dwarfism. Isn't that counterproductive? In addition to the exclusive photos, the outlet reported on the state of the production. It noted that the images were taken as the film's crew was shooting scenes in Bedfordshire, UK on Thursday. The photos feature Snow White played by someone standing in for Zegler, wearing her classic blue and yellow dress with a red cloak, while walking through a field with her fairy tale companions. So this is it. These are your seven dwarfs right here. Get used to it. You have one person who's a dwarf, and then the rest look like something that came out of Portland. They look like a bunch of homeless hippies. And I'm okay, honestly. I'm okay with the actress playing Snow White. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. Although there are many people out there who do. But this is an issue. This is a problem. I mean, this guy looks like he's homeless. Anyway, let's continue. The casting of Zegler had already generated controversy, as the actress of Colombian and Polish descent was cast to play the character who was originally written as a German princess with her notably fair skin. She told Vanity Fair in October, "People are making jokes about ours being PC Snow White." Well, it's like, yeah, it is, because it needed that. I mean, did it? Did it? I mean, look at Disney. Disney movies. The last several Disney movies have flopped. People are tired of the wokeness. Of the new 7 magical creatures pictured, only one appears to have dwarfism, while the others seem to be fully sized men and women of multiple races. Unless they're going to use some sort of CGI to make them shorter, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly, I doubt it. Disney opted to reconceptualize the Seven Dwarfs after Dinklage expressed outrage over the idea of dwarfs being in the film during a podcast with the actor Mark Maron last year. Listen, just because one person doesn't agree with it means you just get rid of the entire story. I mean, I understand that he suffers from dwarfism, but does he realize that now he's costing people jobs? He said at the time that there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. Literally, no offense to anyone, but Peter Dinklage is actually cast in these roles for a specific reason. He was cast in Chronicles of Narnia. He was cast in Game of Thrones. It's just it's ironic that he's the one complaining about it. Literally, no offense to anyone, but I was a little taken back when they were proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White. But when you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. What makes no sense is that now you're costing people who really could use the jobs. Dinklage added, "You're progressive in one way, but then you're not making any effing sense. Sorry, but you're still making that effing backward story about the 7 dwarfs living in a cave together. What the F are you doing? It's a story, Peter. It's a story. You know." After the actor's complaint, Disney provided a statement indicating that it would take a different approach with the dwarfs. Well, I'm glad one person decided to change the entire complexion of what an original tale that everyone grew to love as a child. It's nice to see that one person had the influence to basically change the entire direction of the story that people love. So good job, Peter. Anyway, so at the end of the day, these are your 7 dwarfs, or these are your 7 magical creatures, which is a joke. So the Daily Mail, we have another one here. Snow White and the 7 politically correct companions. First pictures of new live-action remake of Disney classic show stand-in princess walking with diverse band of merry men and women after row over using dwarf actors. So, hi ho, it's off to the job center they go for the 7 dwarfs who have been replaced by the magical creatures for Disney's live-action remake of Snow White. The character of fictional princess, who will be played by Rachel Zegler in the film, has been pictured for the first time with her new companions, who appear to be of mixed genders, ethnicity, and heights. I don't even care if they're mixed genders or ethnicities. I mean, it's Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. They should all be short. The actress wearing Snow White's famous yellow and blue dress and a red cape is trailed by the group, who are dressed in brightly colored clothes and carrying work tools. They were spotted shooting scenes in Bedfordshire, I said that correctly, on Thursday, in pictures obtained exclusively by Mail Online. The scenes pictured here featured 2 stand-in extras who were used to film additional photography. Disney announced the magical creatures would replace the 7 dwarfs to avoid reinforcing stereotypes. After Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage again criticized it last year. We're not going to go back into his quote. Disney bosses also came under fire for giving the titular role to Zegler, despite the story being about a traditionally fair German princess. The film, which also stars Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot as the evil stepmother, is set to be released in March of 2024. So these are your 7 dwarfs. So I don't know. What do you all think about this? I'd love to hear what you have to say down below. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the actress who's playing Snow White being the actress. I know there's a lot of folks out there, they want her to be white, which is fine. I get it. It'd be different if her skin was a darker complexion. But I mean, she seems to, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. What I do have a big problem with is replacing the dwarfs with these hobos. which that's exactly what they look like. Something out of like Portland, Oregon. Like look like they came off the streets of Portland. I mean, look at this guy. This guy looks like a moron. I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't have a problem with her at all, believe it or not. I mean, if she's a good actress, she's a good actress. But anyway, oh wait, hold on, is this a video of them walking? Yeah, it just seems weird to me. But anyway, what do you all think? Are you okay with this? Are you not okay with this? I'd like to know what your thoughts are down below. If you like this type of content, you want to see more of it, please feel free to give us a thumbs up. We certainly appreciate it. Consider subscribing because that's the most important thing right now. We're trying to grow our network. We're trying to grow our community. We appreciate all those who have already subscribed and continue to check out the channel. So thank you. And like I said, we'd love to hear what you have to think. So if you're okay with these dwarves or these magical creatures appearing in the next Snow White movie, let us know down below. Otherwise, we will see you in the next one.